Hey guys, it's been a while. Pretty sure a lot of stuff has probably happened in a while, and I do have a few things to talk about, especially because I haven't been posting in a bit. Just to put it right off the bat, kind of one of the big reasons for why I don't really have a lot of stuff that I've been posting is because I finally started working a lot more hours at a job, and I am getting paid for it, which is pretty good. Only thing though is it takes up a ton of my time, and I'm always coming home at around like past midnight. So there's not a lot I really can do. I'm probably gonna try and see if I can start bringing like camera equipment and stuff like that, so I can record after my shifts. Hopefully, so that way I can have some stuff to talk about. Try and do a little something, keep me busy, keep me off my phone, because I'm guilty of that. But I guess one big thing to kind of start off with for stuff to talk about is the current situation for the Gel Blaster Club that I have called MIWF. Um, there's been a little bit of a rocky patch, especially since I've basically just kind of had it with everybody. Because originally it was going to be 5 to 6 people in total, and it was only two. And it, for me, I just got a little bit sick of it because I would bring something up. I would be like, "Hey, we're doing an event. Can you guys possibly make this one?" I would be met with no messages. I would be ghosted the entire time. And these would be people that said that they were totally willing to help out with this, like 2 months ago. And now, 2 months later, I'm not getting a single text back. I'm just getting absolute radio silence. So I did kind of say, if you guys are all going to be like that, I'm just going to kick you all out. So that's what I did. I kicked everybody out, and it's the ownership got returned back to me, and I am now completely and the only one in the club that has control, which kind of seems a little turn for the worse. So there's been that, and kind of the reason for why no events have been posted, if anyone has checked, is because both A, because I am working a job, and also because I'm trying to work on some other projects out there, and also because there nobody has said like, oh yeah, I want to try and go for this, and I have mentioned the club with a ton of other people, including like some people that live nearby that I ride my dirt bike with. And they said like, "Oh, it's interesting," but none of them have like said like, "Oh yeah, I'll show up to that." They'll just be like, "Okay." So it just kind of feels like it's a never-ending dud after dud after dud. So it's just like I've just kind of left it in the dust. So that's kind of one part. Next part is going to be kind of like my push for more content on this channel. So kind of bringing back what I talked about earlier with me bringing a camera and stuff like that. I'm going to try and see if I can work on certain videos. I don't really know what to do because I'm kind of like double-edged sword with this channel, both with I want to try and do fun stuff, silly stuff, all that. Sometimes a little bit cringe because hey, you got to be a little bit cringe just to have a little bit of fun, right? But I also kind of want to see what would be considered interesting. And it's kind of hard to tell when you only have a very small audience of people. And for this, what I think I checked it. I'm actually going to check it right now. Let's see. Yeah, there's only like 28 people that are on this channel and actively watching my stuff. So it's surprising. And I even checked too that the good majority of people that actually do watch my stuff, because YouTube is a little weird with the tracking. And a lot of people that watch my stuff, they don't really subscribe or anything. They're not really sticking around, which is surprising. So I don't know. Maybe that's just normal YouTube, and maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. But there's that. I'm gonna try and see what I can do for this stuff. I don't really know what to do because this thing is what is it called? It's like an iceberg or something like that. Rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole in itself. So it's not really something I want to spend my time constantly dabbling on. The third thing, so I think I have a third thing, which is I want to try and see if I can try and get working on an animated series. And originally, I do want to give some history on this for people that kind of just started seeing this channel, or you don't really know anything about me, because this is kind of a big deal. So a lot of people that I know in high school, I kind of mentioned to them that I did want to work on an animated series before. And thing is, I didn't really have a way to work on it or start it because I didn't really know how to do animation. And I didn't exactly have a drawing tablet. And I do kind of now. It's like a pen display, which is like a non-touchscreen tablet, but it still picks up the pen. It's a weird thing to explain, but hey, it works, and I got it for like $100. It was 100% worth the buy. So I'm gonna try and see if I can learn how to do animation, try and make a pilot episode whenever I get the chance, and come around to actually getting the motivation to do it, because this is touching back on the whole story, because I completely forgot to explain the story. So, other than me mentioning that I was gonna do an animated series, I did make. I constantly told people like, yeah, I'm gonna work on it. Yeah, it's gonna be this. It's gonna include a bunch of characters that I created, and I had designs. I sketched them out, all the characters and stuff like that, but never actually got around to doing the animation part. Both because of what was previously explained, like I didn't have a tablet and I didn't really know how to do animation, and also because at some point, like I didn't really have motivation at all for it, because it would be like I pick up this hobby and then I do this thing, and then now I'm just kind of like, well, shoot, I probably could have actually worked on it, had a starting point, but here I am now. So, yeah, I kind of decided to pick it back up because, I mean, it makes sense to do it, so, yeah. So, I'm gonna try and see if I can work on it. The name for it, which is cheesy, of course it's gonna be cheesy, is called the Frostbane Chronicles, which is kind of nicknamed after the alias of both this channel name and also my own personal alias. Kind of has to do with the whole alias too, which is funny. So, yeah, it's probably gonna explore the story that I was trying to write for all the other characters too, and it's gonna be intertwined. Hopefully, it can be like a good few episodes. I don't know how many episodes I could probably do for it, but I do know that I do actually want to try and get something out there, because that was the thing I wanted to do before I started getting into like filmmaking, which story number 4. um I used to actually want to do a ton of filmmaking stuff, and that's actually why I have this camera that you see me using right now to record. And the funny thing too is that I'm actually using this old phone right here, and it's connected through this headset. And the headset has a really good microphone, which is awesome because I love that. But basically, the camera's microphone isn't the greatest, and I know I could probably find like one of those camera sets, like the DJI and stuff like that, but I don't do content enough to need to buy them, so yeah. But touching back on the story, because this is like the 5th time in this one recording that I keep going all over the place. Anyways, touching back on the story. So, I guess in middle school, like the end of middle school to the start, and pretty good amount, I'd say, like middle to endish high school. I did actually want to do filmmaking. I wanted to make like a few short films, but kind of ran into the same dud as well, where I don't really know what to make a short film on. And second part, I didn't have anybody to work on it with other than like one person, and that person I don't really talk to anymore for my own personal reasons. But yeah, I kind of ran into a dud with that, because for a lot of this stuff, you need people to work with in order to kind of make the story come true, unless you could try and find a way to do the film yourself with you playing as the actor, which is something that I'm not great at, because like even when I'm doing this, I'm still extremely camera shy. I have major anxiety just from recording. Like all of this right now, I'm surprised that I'm calm, because about like a month or two ago, when I probably wouldn't say a month or two ago, but the video that I was recording, kind of talking about life goals, etc., that video, major anxiety the entire time. I was like freaking out the entire time. So that's like a perfect example. I'm not sure if people even notice that on there. So yeah, every time when I'm doing one of these recordings, I have major anxiety problems. So yeah, but touching back on the story again, number 6. Oh my gosh. Seriously, six times. 6 times. I keep drifting away, zoning out again from the story. So that's kind of why I didn't really get into filmmaking that much, and kind of just like left it in the dust again, like another project. So yeah, there's that. And of course now the current hobby that I'm kind of surrounding myself with is like dirt bikes and stuff like that. And I still gotta work on the dirt bike, because oh boy, that thing is a mess. Well, not really, because it still runs and it still moves, but the clutch plates are slipping now, so I gotta replace those. It's like a $30 part. It's not even that bad. $30 isn't even that bad, but it's an easy fix. So there's that. I guess retouching on the whole Gel Blaster stuff. This is mainly just going to be talking about the reach into viewership with it, which is something I've been trying to actually look at. So as of right now, looking at all the stuff that's specifically for it, here's what I got. So the first video I made for it, called I Started the Club, Here's Why. Currently it's got 1 like with 65 views. The first gameplay video has 54 views, no likes. Talking about my whiff Gel Blaster Wars again. That was on the 26th, and it was supposed to be talking about an event for the day after, which ended up canceling because nobody showed up, and also because it kind of seems like nobody really cares. I'm gonna let's ignore that last part that I just said, because let's be real here. Some of the stuff that I'm saying is me just getting a little irritated because I'm actually putting money into this stuff, and it kind of seems like I'm burning my own money by doing this. Anyways, yeah, so currently with all that stuff, including the short, by the way, that's around, I'd say, I think, yeah, like the most amount of views right now is like 170. And that if we were to take out all of the views from the life goals, etc. video, that's like 100, which seems like a lot, but when you put it and take all those views and then actually put it into people that show up for the events, that's 0. So yeah, if you can kind of paint the picture of where I'm coming from this is getting annoying and I'm kind of getting sick of it, and that's why I didn't post any more events. There's that little hint. So there is that. So I don't really have any much to really talk about, because for a lot of these videos I record, I don't really have like big topics or anything, because I'm not really somebody who likes to jump on trends. I'm just kind of doing this because I have the time to do it, and I don't really like looking at my phone. So this is better than doom scrolling, without a doubt. So yeah, but if I do have any other stuff to talk about, I will without a doubt make another video. Yeah, hopefully if I can get a chance, and hopefully if somehow, some way there's a turnaround for the Jail Blaster Club, or who knows, maybe I just have to make a video to try and get the right attention for it. I don't really know, because like if I were to speak on my own side of things, like it's kind of hard to get the right attention for it. And the hard part too is I gotta be careful with my words. Is like, if you look at all other stuff that people really do, it's like a ton of fundraising. And the thing that I kind of don't really want to have to do is that, because like it's a club. It's like I don't want people to have to pay for it. It's kind of like one of those where it's like you show up to the events, you have fun, you build connections. Possibly, if I get a chance, I can go and get bigger. And the main issue is I still have it where I still can't find people. It's always been the exact same issue every single time I've given it thought. It's almost always been, I cannot find the right people for this, and I don't know why. I've even looked at it too with like the YouTube short and the other YouTube videos. It seems like they're being like shadow blocked or something. I don't really know what you would call it. And it's kind of annoying to me, because I've looked at like thousands of other stuff around Gel Blasters, and there's like some with like more than 1 million views, or even more, like tens of millions, and it's just for a YouTube short that's like an AMSR video of like a new Gel Blaster. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I knew this was going to be difficult to get attention for it, but this is even worse. So, yeah, that kind of explains why all of that is very irritating. And it's even more irritating too, because there's not a lot I can do. And I don't want to be a forceful jerk. Because when you do that, that automatically paints a picture of, this guy's going to be super annoying, why even show up to his events? And that basically just puts it in the dust after all, which, I mean, it does feel like I'm already in the dust anyways, because, I mean, well, I just kicked like what, like 5 people out for like ghosting me. Because I mean, yeah, it's kind of sucks, but hopefully, and I might actually make a video later today, kind of explaining the club better. So that way I can actually get the right attention for it. And I just realized too that nobody can actually see me on this camera because the light is behind me. That's lovely. Am I visible now? Yeah, I'll just stay here. Yeah, there we go. See, that's a perfect example right there of like I know what to do with like the lighting and stuff like that, but like it's kind of hard to like have a set for like a video, because this is my basement that I'm in, and you know, if I ever move stuff around, I always get yelled at. So yeah. So I don't really have any other stuff to talk about for this video. I'm probably just gonna take the audio clip and this video, and then I'm just gonna mishmash them together and probably just send a video out. So if you guys do see this, and I really hope you guys do have questions, because like I said with the club, I'm kind of at a tightrope now. So if you guys do have questions or comments, feel free to let them know below. I am going to say this right now. If I see anything hateful or rude in the comment section, I do not tolerate that. Don't even start. But sorry for sounding a little negative on this one, but I hopefully try and do a little bit better of a job. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around.